Alrighty. Hello. Let's make sure I'm live. It says it's waiting for me. Am I live? It says I'm live, so hey. Alrighty. This whole YouTube live thing, I'm still like getting to know it, so y'all bear with me on this. But yeah. Hey guys, it's Tamika. How are you this evening? And we are continuing on with the series, Let Me Teach You How to Grow Your Hair. And tonight I'm coming on because I want to do like a session where I'm actually reading some of the comments that I received. Hey guys. I'm reading some of the comments I received on the hair story video that I posted. And I'm also going to be doing some FAQ. I have some questions that were on videos that I saw, and I want to address it live. Hi guys. And the reason why I'm on so late is because I wanted to give people who wouldn't normally be able to do it during the day when I normally do it a chance. I wanted to give people a chance to be able to get in and actually watch the live view. So from time to time, I'm going to be doing this like at different times on different days and things like that. So it's really no rhyme or reason to it. I know that Thursday is usually my day for posting this, but hi guys. Hey, it's so good to see everybody on. But Thursday is my usual days for posting, and if I do like a recorded video, I'm more than likely post on Thursday. But if I'm doing live, I'm more than likely just going to do it more at random because I want to give people more of a chance to be able to come on and participate, because the participation is what helps get you motivated. So yeah, hey guys. So I have a lot of things going on. I have one phone over here which I'm going to use for me answering the questions that I'm going to read, and then I have another phone over here and I need to make sure it's plugged up because the battery is about dead, and I have the wrong plug in. So y'all hold on for just a second. Let me get this plugged in right. I thought I had it right. I thought I had all my ducks in a row before I started. Yeah, it's always something. Hello. We have everybody here. So is late at night a good time for you guys? Can you like answer me yes or no on that one? Because this is like 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. Is that a good time for you guys? I'm sleepy. No, cancel. I want to cancel whatever just happened. I don't want to do that either. Let me exit out of this stuff because I can't see what's going on. Hi guys. Trust. Okay. Alrighty, so I guess I'll go on ahead and get started. Give me just a second. Okay, let me pop that on. And I don't want to listen to myself, so I'm turning down the volume there. It's fine. So you guys like the late? Yeah. I'm not a late bird though, so y'all, I like to do things early, but I know that for a lot of you guys to get the information live, I'm going to have to do some evening stuff, which is fine. Yeah. I figured most people would say that because you're getting off work and you can come home, you cook dinner if you're on the East Coast, and you're probably settling down to relax. It's 70 in Mountain Time in Colorado. Okay, awesome. So we have people from all over. That's good. Okay, let me turn this delay. Well, I can't because I want to answer questions too. I'm going to move this screen over. Give me just a second. I'm getting ready to move a screen over so I can be multitasking here. Okay, great. Let me hold up a second. Move that there. Move that over here. There we go. That's what I want to see. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to have you guys on. I really enjoyed doing this. And let me go ahead and introduce myself for the people who don't know who I am. My name is Tamika, and I own a hair salon in Douglasville, Georgia. And I specialize in encouraging and helping women grow their hair to longer lengths, not just like short. Not just like from short to black girl long, which I'm pretty sure some of you guys have heard me say that, but to longer lengths, on down your back. And I have many clients who have hair that's bra strap length and beyond, and some hip length. So I'm here to offer this information to you guys because I believe there's no blessing in hoarding. And I believe in sharing as much information as possible. And I want to help as many women as possible, women and men. And this is my ministry, so I really enjoy giving back. If you guys haven't done it already, go on ahead. If you know somebody who would like to have this information as well, go on ahead and share the information. That way they can get it too, because we need to come together as a community and help each other and encourage each other so we can all get to our goals together. Now, I do want to ask a question first. I would like to know, everybody who's on, and anybody who wants to answer in the comments later on as well, what is your goal length? Can you all answer that question for me, please? What's your goal length? Is it shoulder length? Is it armpit length? Is it bra strap length? Is it beyond that? Is it mid-back, waist, hips? Answer. All right. Okay, so let me go on ahead and pull up. Amen. I see a waist. All right. Tailbone length. Awesome. Yes. Mid back. Yes, that's awesome. And I love that that you guys are saying, you know, longer than like shoulder length, because shoulder length, you can do that easily. That's not a problem. I love that. Bra strap length, mid back. Awesome. Latoya's Desi, how y'all doing? I see some of my Obies on here. It's good to see y'all on. I see a lot of my Obies. If I didn't mention your name, forgive me. Waist length, short term, bra strap, long term waist. Awesome. So you guys have some awesome goals in mind. Good. So I hope and pray that I can help you guys get to your goals, or if you're having any issues or you feel like you're at a standstill, I hope that I can help you with some of the issues you may be having. Shoulder length. Nikki, what is the longest your, Nikki Dixon, what is the longest your hair has ever been in your life as an adult? Mid back. Good going, Regina. Awesome. Okay, let me pull up some hair stories. I'm going to read. Mid back, if I can be patient, stop cutting it. I feel you, Renee. I'm doing good, Desi. I'm doing great, actually. Yeah. Mid back is a good length, Renee. Why did you say black girl long? Let me explain that that term to you. And I coined that because once I get there, I'll go. Yeah, I coined the black girl long term because all of our lives before the internet, and as a matter of fact, still to this day, most black people think that shoulder length right around here is really long. Okay, so that's why I call that black girl long, because most people who don't know about all these people on the internet and who don't see this type of stuff in real life, because there are still a lot of people out there who have never seen long hair in their in real life. They've seen it on Instagram, they've seen it on YouTube, they've never seen it in real life. So they think that shoulder length is really long, and people, they be googly eyeing you and getting jealous because your hair is shoulder length. And so most black people, most black women, most black men, they think that shoulder length is really long. So I say black girl long because that's long to black people. Now, when you start getting into other races, that's short to them. When you hear Caucasian, Indian, Asian folks talk about short hair, they're talking about shoulder length and above. You know, but black girls, when we say long hair, we're talking about shoulder length. I remember even back in the day before I started helping women grow their hair, you know, the question was asked on one of the forums that I was a part of, and they were like, well, what do you consider long? And the first thing I said was shoulder length, because that's what I was conditioned to think, because most black people didn't have hair beyond shoulder length, and they did. You thought they had a weave, or you thought they had any in their family or something like that. So that's where I say black girl long. Yeah. It's just kind of like my comedic way of saying that, you know, that's what we think is long. But y'all know our hair can grow just as long as anybody else's if we take care of it. It's just a little bit more challenging. Yes. Okay. All right. So Let me see what I want to read first. Okay, I won't start with that one because it's really, really long. Let me go here. Hold on a second. Y'all give me a second. Okay. I hope y'all don't mind if I read the names because I mean they're public comments. So, but this is from, and let me make sure I'm not missing in comments too. Okay. Every single time I wash my hair, it falls out. I'm 12 years old and I always put fake hair. Any advice? Ooh, you have to give me a little bit more of a backstory on that one, okay? Because why is your hair falling out? You might want to check your iron levels too. If your hair is shedding a lot, your iron might be low. Top of your shoulders. Okay, y'all bear with me. I'm getting ready to read a story. All right, so this is from Max Out. I always had long hair growing up and into adulthood. The longest my hair has been was actually almost waist length. The downside is I never took proper care of my hair. I permed and colored, never deconditioned, hated to get it trimmed. My hair is always a place where my stress shows. I began graying in my 20s, would thin badly based on my stress level, and even hairline would recede. About a year ago, I permed my hair, and while washing it out, chunks of my hair fell out. I screamed like I lost my best friend. I'm dark skinned and growing up, so many people place emphasis on my hair. It was a thing people focused on immediately when they saw me. It became what people referred to me to as my beauty. So my loss was great when it broke off. I no longer felt I would be beautiful. I'm on a natural hair journey, still less than a year in, feeling better every day. However, I'm 40 years old and just a little disheartened when I look at YouTube because most of those who give advice on natural hair seem to be in their 20s and 30s, which make me feel like it's going to be impossible to regrow my hair, which I really want to do, but just a healthier, natural, and stronger version. Let's see. Oh, it's fine if you disagree because there are a lot of people that know of people or have had long hair all their life, but I deal with a lot of people. I deal with a lot of ladies on a regular basis, and I didn't just coin it out of the blue. It's just from experience over the years. A lot of people do think that that shoulder length is long. A lot of black people do. I want a full, healthy head of hair. Shoulder length is fine with me, and there's nothing wrong with shoulder length. But for the women out there who that's the longest length they can get to, I think they can probably relate to it just a little bit, that they want to get to longer lengths, but they feel like they can't get past shoulder length. Well, when I was little, it was long. When I was little, my mother permed my hair and cut it, and I don't know what to do. I love you too, Pelico. What hair vitamins do you recommend? I only recommend one. Hair Burst. Hair Burst. BURST. My nape doesn't grow either. I have something for the nape. Okay, so in reference to what I just read, age really doesn't have to do with hair growth. It's all about taking care of your hair. Now, as we get older, our hair does tend to thin out a little bit because hormones. It's all hormones, but your hair can still grow full and healthy when you're older. Yeah. And you don't know what to do, Horizon. When I was little, it was long, but it was with my mother. I can't tell you. You're going to have to give me some more hair story. Okay, I don't know if anybody can relate to the whole age thing. And also relate to, like, your hair defining who you are. You know, a lot of people probably are like that. And if your hair's been long all your life, and then that's all you know is your long hair, and then all of a sudden you have to get it cut for whatever reason, or you decide, or you're going through a life change, you get your hair cut, it might be dramatic for you, and then you feel like you're not yourself anymore. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, some of these are so long. Okay, this is from, I did not get the person's name, but I'm going to read it anyway. It says, "Hi Mika, right now I'm currently natural with color." Thank you, Horizon. What do you recommend for young girls and putting in fake hair? There's nothing wrong with extensions, but everything has to be done properly. I do suggest protective styles, and I'm in Douglasville, Georgia. And as far as the nape is concerned, a lot of times the nape is a different texture from your hair, and so you have to treat it as if it's a different entity. Because I know for me personally, my nape is a little bit drying. Hi, Delora. My nape is a little bit drying, so, and it's a different texture. It's actually 4C, and the rest of my hair is 4A, so I have to kind of like part it off and treat it differently. So, I say moisturize it even more than you do the rest of your hair. And if you have to, braid it into little braids and kind of clip it up and just leave it alone, then that helps out a lot. I do have a video out there that it gives you advice on how to take care of your nape. It's on my channel. I forget what the name of it is. How to grow your nape or something like that. If I can find the link, I'll put it up. But yeah, the nape can be really challenging if it's been a struggle all your life. But a lot of times the nape is more dry, and then the elements rub up against it all the time, and then not your collars and the car seat and all the type of stuff will rub up against it, and it just gets abused a lot, and so it tends to break off a little bit more. It does tend to be dry, so you do have to moisturize a lot more. But I used to have nape problems, and I must tell you too, like a lot of the problems that you ladies have been through, I have been through these problems, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I don't want people to have to go through the same things I went through. I have some hair horror stories, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys do too, but I have hair horror stories. And it's nothing wrong. Liquid biotin is just fine. Yeah, you could probably, I don't know how many milligrams you're taking, but just remember biotin is water soluble, so make sure you take it, if you're trying to get more dosage in, a couple of times a day. Okay, you're doing the Grow Your Hair Overnight Challenge. Awesome. It does work, y'all. The Grow Your Hair Overnight Challenge does work, and I'm actually going to do another video on that in the future, because they were getting on me because I did it on my daughter's hair. And not that I care about that so much, but I want to show them that it does work. Okay, is it true that trimming helps retain length? Yes, yes. And eggs as a protein treatment is just fine as long as you remember to put a moisturizing treatment on afterwards. Pronounced Juana, but my hair has been down my back and I always cut it. This time I did a big chop because my hair is curly, not kinky, but actual coils. They begin going straight, only wearing curls. Okay. Yeah, the nape is the worst. Juana, but did you have a question for me? Is that just a statement? Yeah, but all types of vitamins are great. Oh, thank you, Carol. Okay. So I'm trying to read like these questions here, but you guys have so many questions. What would be best products for a year-old hair color? It's probably pretty much faded off, Delora, the hair color, but if you would do like sulfate-free stuff, that would kind of help keep the color from fading even more, because color, it fades over time if you don't get it redone. So the sulfate-free products will probably help you out. And my favorite sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner are the Joico color care line. And I'm probably going to say Joico a lot because Joico is like my favorite product line. So the Joico. Oh, you saw the overnight growth video too? Yeah. Yeah, my daughter's hair did really well with it, and I really wanted to do it again on her hair, but she was like, Mom, it's too messy. So I was like, I won't bother anymore. So next when I do, I'm going to do it on my hair, and I'm going to make it a part of the series so you guys can, see exactly how it's supposed to be done. But yeah, it is really messy, but it works. And I've had a lot of people come in and tell me it works. Now, the thing about that is for some people it works, for some people it doesn't work. So it just really depends on, I guess, you and what you do. Oh, you're welcome, Delora. Okay, let me go to a shorter one. Okay, this is from Stargazer. Thank you so much for this forum and providing this valuable information. I have been natural for 5 years after having years of breakage and damaged hair from relaxers. Could you provide info on how I could properly care for my natural hair at home? Also, how to properly shampoo without tangling hair, condition, moisturize, and style natural hair, how to stop shedding of hair, and to stop prevent breakage around the edges and nape of the head. I have subscribed and joined the Nutrition Squad and all that stuff. She's ready for class to begin. Wigs are okay. Yes, it's fine. But everything has to be done properly. My hair had been long all 43 years of my life. I've been known as Tamika with the long hair. I lost it in March due to chemo. Oh, God bless you, darling. Thank God my chemo is done. Any tips on how to begin my growth? It's just all about starting with a good regimen, just making sure you're shampooing and deep conditioning your growth as it comes in, and moisturizing on a regular basis. As far as that, you don't have to do anything different because the hair is starting new. It's almost as if you decide to shave your hair bald or do a big chop down to ½ inch of hair. You would just start shampooing and deep conditioning on a regular basis. TP, that's for you. And God bless you. You'll be in my prayers, because I know the whole cancer and chemo thing can be just really taxing. And I answered the question about wigs. Yes, but just make sure they're as natural looking as possible. And some kids, they have to wear wigs for whatever reasons, and that's just fine. Can you talk about your hair experience growing up throughout the years? I can. I will. Yes, that is why going straight, if I'm not using heat, I'm just doing wash, and it's just started going straight. And even when I did, I didn't get that. I didn't get what you were saying, Regina. Did you have a question behind that? London Ray, that was my concern with the overnight challenge, that it was messy. How do you maintain it during the week, aka going to work? No, you would do it on the weekend, and it's just one day, the overnight challenge, because we did it at night, and then she slept in it overnight. Then we watched it out the next mid-morning afternoon. So I would say start it on Friday, Saturday, or something like that, whenever your off days are. Oh, you're very welcome, TP. You are in my prayers. Okay. And as a matter of fact, while we're talking about prayer, I actually pray for you guys on a regular basis. All of you. So I just want to put that out there. You guys are my heart. Okay, Michelle's daughter. My nape is growing thanks to your technique, but it's still not there. Any suggestions? Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Because the nape a lot of times can grow a little bit slower than the rest of your hair. So just be patient and it'll come in. It'll just keep doing what you're doing. Wash and goes. Wash and goes are great, but they can wreak havoc on hair if you use that as your only style, because a lot of times people just wear the wash and goes, and then eventually they wind up with a lot of single strand knots. So just be mindful of that. But they're great if you want to just leave your hair alone for a few days. But I wouldn't suggest wash and goes as a hairstyle that you wear long term. But it's cool to wear it, on occasion. Yeah. Okay. So I did also do the live on the shampooing and conditioning. One thing I do want to say is that another question came in about the roots, and I don't think I addressed that. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you, Horizon. That's so sweet. About when you shampoo, a question came in about, let me see if I can find it. Oh, she says, Tamika, how often should I wash my hair? And also, how do I make my roots soft? Because my roots are always rough and nappy. I want to make them soft because the rest of my hair is soft except my roots. The inversion method. Oh, Regina, you can ask the question again if you want me to address it just to you. And if you have things that you want to send to me, you can always send them to contact@simplytamika.com, Nikki. But yeah, I have a lot going on here, so if I get stuff mixed up, charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay, so to address the shampoo question about the roots feeling a little bit dry and crunchy as compared to the rest of the hair, I was talking about my ends. I have natural hair. Can you give me a question on that, please, Regina? But as far as the shampoo, make sure that when you shampoo, and if you guys go back to reference the live video I did on the shampoo, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but whenever you shampoo, make sure if you're doing sections, and of course you should be doing sections, at least 2, 4, or 6, make sure you're getting a generous amount of shampoo onto the roots of your hair and massaging that in. And that's going to solve the problem of the hair being dry and nappy here, as the girl said in the question, and the rest of it being soft. Yeah, because a lot of times when we shampoo our hair, we don't put the conditioner all the way down to the roots, and you have to get it on there too. So get the conditioner on the roots and do it generously. Do not be skimpy with conditioner, because conditioner is the bane of the existence of hair. Conditioner is the bane of the existence of hair. If you don't condition your hair properly and don't do it often, then your hair won't do as well. Okay. Alrighty. On to another question. Oh, let me put my email in just in case somebody wants to contact me that way. And guys, if you send me an email, please do not expect me to answer you that quickly. I'm not really good at answering emails, but I do answer them. Okay. Okay. My ends get tangled up and not up if I wear puffs. Yes, that's very, very common. And if you will stretch your hair, if you will stretch your hair, then that might help, and just keep it really, really moisturized. Okay. Is it possible to do sew-ins if your hair is damaged? Absolutely, but it has to be done by the right person with the right techniques. I have clients who come in on a regular basis with damaged hair, and I use sew-ins to help them get healthy hair. So it's very, very possible. And I actually recommend, if your hair is damaged, to tie it up and get out of the way into some sort of protective style. But you've got to, it has to be done properly, and then you have to take care of the actual sew-in or protective style that you're wearing. So you can't just leave it alone. It's so much more to it than just putting a sew-in in. A really good conditioner. I love and I'm going to type it in, the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner. Oops, can I spell? It's amazing. So how do you smooth your ends when they tangle or not? Well, the tangling, some people just have tangly hair. Some people just have tangly hair. You might be one of those people if your hair feels like it's tangling all the time. But I would suggest that you try to wear stretch styles instead of wearing your hair in like puffs. Like if you'll braid your hair down and maybe then put your hair into a puff, that might help some. But just make sure that you keep your ends well moisturized, and that's going to help a lot with the single strand knots and the tangling. But a lot of times it's simply because you have tangly hair. If you feel like your hair has been tangly all your life, more than likely you have tangly hair, and it is what it is. Sometimes I recommend a baking soda treatment just to give you a little relief as far as the tangling is concerned, but it's just really temporary. Do you have any suggestions for transitioning hair? Protective styles would be the best thing for you if you want to go into weaves or braids. That's the best thing, because you want to not manipulate transitioning hair that much, because you don't want it to break the line of demarcation. You also want to make sure that the hair is very, 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 very well moisturized, because if not, it will break the line of demarcation. I am not in Houston, Texas, but God bless the people who are in Houston, Texas, and all the floods that are going on. I'm sending prayers and blessings up to you, because you're going through a lot right now. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, Douglasville, as a matter of fact. Carol, mine was tangling, so I just cut it off. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want a big chop, it makes it a lot easier, but a lot of people don't want a big chop. They just want to transition all the way through. So while I'm waiting for more questions, I'm going to go ahead, and someone asked a little bit up, can I tell a little bit about my hair story? I'm not sure if any of you guys know me from the hair forums, like way back in the day, but I used to be like a really regular hair forum member, and back then my screen name was Don't Speak to Feet. And the first YouTube channel I started, I started it with that name, Don't Speak to Feet. I'm currently transitioning. My hair gets very itchy every 4 days. What can I do to combat that? Sometimes I even wash my hair 2 times a week. Put oil with like essential oils in it, like peppermint and tea tree oil, and just rub it on your scalp and see if that helps. Like take 4 ounces of oil and put maybe 5 or 6 drops of tea tree or peppermint oil, mix it together and put it on your scalp and see if that helps. And thinning edges. What can you do to grow back thinning edges? It depends on why they're thinning. Are they thinning because of hormones? Are they thinning because, oh, thank you, Tania. Are they thinning because of hormones? Are they thinning because of lack of iron? Are they thinning because of braids, wigs, or weaves, anything like that? Oh, you're welcome, Regina. So why are they thinning? Okay, so back to my story. My name was Don't Speak to Feet, and the reason why I named myself that is because someone once told me that my nape would never grow back. And I said I would never, never, never speak to feet over my nape. And so that's why my name became Don't Speak to Feet. I was going to a hairstylist for a long period of time, and my hair had grown like to bra strap length under her care. This was before I became a hairstylist, and I was wearing protective styles all the time with her. And my nape just stayed short. And she was like, just chalk that up as a loss. Just chalk your nape up as a loss. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not speaking to feet over my nape. And so that's why I call myself Don't Speak to Feet. And I still say that a lot. You should never speak to feet over anything about your hair or anything in your life, as a matter of fact. You should never speak to feet. There's always an answer. There's always, something that's going to change, that's going to make things better. Okay, what is the best moisturizer for transition hair? I always condition my hair, and I use a mixture of different oils while my protective styles. there's really no best moisturizer. I love the Camille Rose Curl Aid Moisture Butter, and I think it's amazing. And it smells like cupcakes. Mary Jackson. Yes, thank you for the prayers. I stay in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and it's been raining all day, and they said it will be like this for the next 3 days. Oh, God. Just please stay safe, Mary. Faye Johnson. My hair seems to be thinning a lot and growing very much. What should I do to revive my hair? I have always had thick hair. It depends on why your hair is thinning. I always tell people if your hair was doing fine before and all of a sudden it's thinning, you need to check your hormone levels and you need to check your iron levels for sure, because your levels might be low. You know, it could be something as simple as that. Yes. Thank you, TP. You're welcome, Deshaun. You're very welcome. You guys are very welcome. Okay, I'm going to look back up and see if I missed any questions. Okay. I like how I can scroll back and look through stuff. I just realized I can do that. Yes, why is it going straight if I'm not using heat? I'm just doing washing. Oh, okay. Shaquana, you were saying why is your hair going straight even if you're not using heat? If it's growing, then the curls are going to elongate naturally. So that might be part of what it is. Okay. 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 London Ray, I shed a lot and I have decided to juice. Heard beets help. Beets are great and juicing is great, so that might help. But don't beets have like a lot of iron in them, and like spinach and stuff like that have a lot of iron. So and I found this out through trial and error. If your iron levels are lower, then your hair tends to shed more. So make sure you guys are taking your supplements or eating your veggies and stuff like that, and your protein and stuff that have iron in it to make sure that your hair stays healthy, because it's very, very, very important. Hi, Miss Tamika. This is from Lashia. I love your channel. You're so inspiring for us upcoming stylists. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Carol, don't speak to Pete. I love that. Yes, it applies to everything in life. I need a good shampoo. It's sulfate free for your hair. And I'm going to recommend my favorite, Joico. Again, they have a sulfate free shampoo and conditioner. And it's in a red bottle. Whoops. And it's great. It's fantastic. It really, really, really softens the hair a lot. I like it. And I use it on a regular basis because I have clients who have color in their hair, some of them. And that's another topic I'm going to go over too, is not tonight, but in one of my videos is coloring hair and growing hair. Hi, Tiara. Good to have you on. Okay, let me scroll back and see if while I'm waiting on you guys to do these questions, I'm going to answer some more of these questions on here. Okay, it says, hi, Tamika. This is from Miss Thang. I've been so wanting to grow my hair, but I don't like doing protective styles. It's at shoulder length, and I get it straightened every 2 weeks, and I don't know how to grow it, so I'm excited to be here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about the Shea Moisture, but hey, people use that stuff. Okay, I can open my own drugstore with hair products, and I'm going to get some Joico. Sounds like we have somebody who is a product junkie. Thank you, Jewel. Yes, they've been off since January, and I feel so free. Hi. How often do I clarify, or how often should you clarify? Probably at least if you're like straightening your hair on a regular basis, I would say every time you straighten it. But if you're just wearing like natural styles or no heat styles, then I would say at least once a month. Okay, and so back to my other question I have here, and she's talking about growing her hair because without protective styles because she doesn't like wearing protective styles. Where can you buy? I'm slow. What is it? What TJIS? Where can you buy this? Okay. Are you talking about the Shea Moisture, the Joico? If you're Shea Moisture, you can get it just about anywhere. Walmart, Target. Oh, mid-back length is good. But the Joico, you would have to go to like JCPenney or Ulta or, you know, one of the professional salons. Okay, but let's quickly talk about growing your hair when you're not wearing protective styles. It is possible, but it is so hard because what happens is as your hair gets past shoulder length, then it starts rubbing up against everything, your purse, your book bags, your coats, your jackets, the elements, and it's just not protecting in the sun, the wind, everything. And it just kind of like it gets dry faster. So it's kind of hard to grow your hair without protective styles. It can be done, but it's going to take you a lot longer, a lot longer. How long have you been using the Joico shampoo and conditioner? I would say probably the past 6 years. Tiara says forever. She knows. I would say it probably the past 6 years. So it's a staple of mine, and I've gotten great results. All of the pictures that you see me post, all of the pictures on Instagram, my website, pictures of like my thumbnails I put in here when I show client pictures on my thumbnails and stuff, I've more than likely used Joico on their hair. It's my staple. I love it, and it's amazing. You're very welcome, Love Bright. Yes. Okay, let's find another question. And if you guys haven't done it already, go on ahead and subscribe to this channel, because if you're on the series of let me teach you how to grow your hair. Let me get the name right. If you're on the series, you need to make sure you're staying notified of all the videos I put out here, because I'm gonna do this indefinitely. It might last a long time. So, and go on ahead and hit the notification bell too, so you can be on the notification squad, because once the squad gets bigger, I'm gonna start shouting people out in these videos. Haha. Okay, TJ Maxx has Joico. Yes, they do. But be aware, it might be an older product, or it might be an expired product. But you can take your chance on it if you want to. Can your hair become immune to products? Deshaun. A lot of people's hair stops working with products, and it's not because the product stops working, it's because their hair has a lot of buildup on it. So if your hair has a lot of buildup on it, the simple thing you need to do is just clarify. Yeah, just clarify your hair and those products should start working correctly again. Yes, a lot of times people skip the clarifying part of their regimen and they try to just do the same thing over and over again. They wonder why their hair stops like doing certain things. But if you clarify, that'll take care of everything. London Ray, I started using Joico Moisture Recovery after the Periscope videos, but you also recommended the Gold Package K-Pack. How often would you recommend using the K-Pack? It depends on what your hair regimen is. If you're wearing protective styles like braids or weaves or braided hair under wigs and something like that, then I would suggest doing it every time you take it down. But if you're doing like just wearing your hair out, probably every couple of weeks is fine. Jill Thompson, yeah, 6 years. Wow, so it works. Yes, it does. Yes. I have been using this product so long. Some people recommend products they just started using. Thank you. Now, I do recommend products I started using a lot of times, but I warn you that I started using them, and I'll tell you what the benefits are as of now. And then with continued use, I'll still rave about it. But a lot of times I'll tell you whether or not if I stop using something too. But generally, if I'm like pushing a product really super hard, it's because it's tried and true. Is Joico good for thick, coarse hair? Yes, but you got to slather that stuff on. You got to get it on. You got to make your hair white when you condition your hair for real. Because a lot of people, oh, you're welcome, Deshaun. A lot of people think products don't work properly, but it's because they're using them sparingly. You have got to get products on your hair, because our hair, not just our hair, a lot of people, for whatever like nationality you are, have dry hair. And if you're not putting the products on like generously, then they're not going to work properly. So make sure, guys, invest in your hair. If that means that you have to go through a bottle conditioner, like an 8-ounce bottle conditioner every week, by all means do it, because your hair will love you for it and it will start thriving and you'll start getting that length that you desire. So don't skimp on the products that you use for your hair. That's why at the salon, I buy gallon sizes of everything and I slather it on. I just pump, and I just slather on everything. Shampoo, conditioner, everything. I don't care. It's worth every single cent. You guys are worth every single cent. You guys are worth every single cent, every single minute of my time, because I really want to bless you guys with this information. So yeah. I don't use products that are made specifically for natural or relaxed, because it goes both ways. Because I know a lot of people, because you're not in the hair industry or you don't do hair on a regular basis, but a lot of people don't understand that hair is hair. So whether you're natural or relaxed, it doesn't really matter. These products can be used on both. Yeah, they work on both natural and relaxed. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So we talked about the protective style thing. Let's find another question. Oh, what about washing your hair with conditioner and after use raw shea butter on the hair conditions my hair sulfur 8? Ooh, sulfur 8, that's an old school product. Let me read that again. Shantea Davis Scott. What about washing your hair with conditioner and after use raw shea butter on the hair? You condition your hair with sulfur 8. Sulfur 8 has a conditioner? Oh, raw shea butter is fine. Just don't use an excessive amount of it. And you can co-wash. There's nothing wrong with co-washing. Co-washing is great. Okay, Regina, I'm sorry. What are you? How do you clarify? Oh, there's many ways to clarify, but the easiest way is to use a clarifying shampoo. And I have lots of clarifying shampoos I like, but I usually only recommend a couple. My favorite protective style are weaves. Deshawn, I appreciate you taking the time to help Black women with the growth of their hair. I love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shantea, please let me know if I'm on the right track. Okay. Awesome. Yes, of course. Do you recommend a clarifying shampoo? Okay, let me recommend one. This one might be a little bit harder to find, but I'm going to type it in. It's called Elucence. Elucence. Oh, let me look it up first before I type it in, y'all, because I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. I think it's called Volume Clear. Hold up a second. Let me just look it up real quick. Because these things be having like long names. Come on now. My stuff is acting up. Stop. Stop, YouTube. Y'all give me a second. Hey, Christina. Elucence clarifying shampoo. Let me see if I can pull a picture up. Okay. Yes, it's called Elucence Volume Clarifying Shampoo. Volume shampoo. The reason why I don't recommend this one as much is because it's so expensive and it's not as easy to get. But it's really good because this is one clarified shampoo that does its job and it doesn't make your hair feel stripped after you use it. And that's the thing too, with clarifying shampoos, the hair tends to go stripped, but you can always combat that by using a moisture shampoo afterwards. So yeah, so anytime you have a clarifying shampoo that you use to get the buildup and products and dirt and oils off your hair, always follow it up with a moisturizing shampoo. That way you can get, the benefits of the moisture. Yes. Okay. All right, back to the questions. Okay. I think I might have to do like a recorded Q&A, FAQ, because you guys have so many questions for me. And that just lets me know that I've hit like a pain point for people, because if not, you guys wouldn't be on here. I really, really appreciate you guys engaging and asking questions and stuff, because it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. That's very important to me. So that helps me to stay motivated and encouraged to continue. So thank you very much. Okay. And Shantea, you said, please let me know if I'm on the right track. Did you ask me another question? I see. Let me see. Yeah, what you're doing is fine. The sulfur 8, can you like elaborate a little bit on how you use that? The sulfur 8, because okay. because my hair grew. What about, and this is from Shantea. What about a cleaner for the hair? Shampoo breaks my hair. What are you saying breaks your hair? Are you saying the clarifying shampoo breaks your hair? Y'all, I be so serious. Look, I'm looking at like my feedback, and I'm so serious about this. I'm like serious. Let me lighten up a little bit. Woosah, woosah. Okay. The clarifying shampoo, I'm not sure if it's in my Amazon store. I keep forgetting I have that. It probably is. Oh, you're very welcome, Nikki. Carol, I braid my hair and wash every 2 weeks. What do you think about after a week? I take my hair down and recondition and use the oil to keep my conditioner in. You don't need to unbraid it every week. I think that's too much manipulation. Oh, you put does the sulfur aid help you with scalp issues? Now, I know that it has petroleum in it, but sometimes if it works for you, it works for you. And I like to tell people that even though a product might have ingredients in it that might be bad for you, or what society says is bad for you, if it's working for you, it's working for you. Yeah, but Carol, just every 2 weeks is fine for the braids. You might want to try once a month, and you can do like a shampoo with the braids in, and still moisturize your hair. Okay, Mary Jackson, if you're stressed out, will that stop the growth of your hair for a minute? Or what can you do to protect your hair when stressed out? Oh my gosh, I've encountered so many people that have stress related hair loss. What I can tell you is that you've got to find ways to relieve your stress. Nothing should stress you out so bad that you're losing your hair. That means that you probably have to change whatever the situation is. So I'm not trying to like get all in your business and stuff, but trust me, I've known about stress, and just find ways to relieve the stress, and your hair should snap back. Yeah, because there's really nothing you can do except for relieving stress. No shampoo, period. You can do co-washes for as long as you want, but you need to clarify at least once a month. Okay, Jewel. Do you stretch out your relaxers, and for how long do you? Well, back when I used to relax my hair, yes, I did stretch my relaxers. And clients who have relaxed hair, well, I don't do relaxed hair in my salon anymore, but when I did, I recommended that you would stretch your relaxers 12 weeks or beyond if you could. Thank you, Alyssa. You are so sweet. Yes, stretching relaxers are great, but just make sure that you're conditioning well, especially at the line of demarcation. That way your hair will not break at the line of demarcation, because that is not cool. Okay, Shantea. I use very little, not a lot. Okay, that's fine. If it works for you, it works for you. I am not militant about products, because the products I use on people's hair have sulfates all day long. I'm not militant about products. If it works for you and everybody else says it's bad, you just use it in secret if you want to. If it works, it works. Oh, you're very welcome, Mary. I need a color to cover my gray. Are you looking for a more permanent solution, or are you looking for a temporary solution? Well, really nothing is permanent when it comes to gray, because as soon as your hair grows in, then you're going to see the gray. Gray is very hard to keep covered. I see women stress out of my chair on a regular basis about gray coverage, and it just, it can be so taxing. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine, Alyssa. Do you recommend a certain type of shampoo? Yes. Joico Moisture Recovery Shampoo is my favorite of all time. I'll type it in. No. Why is it not going? It won't let me type it in. I don't know what's going on with that. But Joico Moisture Recovery Shampoo is fantastic. And if I miss a question, please, guys, charge it to my head, not my heart, but it's so many questions coming in. Apple cider vinegar rinses are just fine. Shampoo breaks her hair. You probably need to use a moisturizing shampoo. And if you have clarified, follow up with a moisturizing shampoo and make sure you guys are deep conditioning your hair and getting that condition, like slathering the conditioner on. Make sure that you're using enough product in your hair. But if shampoo is breaking your hair, I don't know what will be the cause of that, but just switch over to co-washes and just shampoo sometimes, just to clarify the buildup off your hair. Okay. Miss Jackson, about 5 months ago, I was told that shampoo was bad for your hair. No, it's not. You have to get your hair and scalp clean. Now, you have to use the right shampoo for your hair. Moisturizing shampoos for our hair work great. And you'll get a lot of advice from different people, but I would really just look at their body of work to see if their advice is valid, or look at their hair if they're not a hairstylist and see if their advice is valid. Yeah. Love Bright, what condition can you recommend if your hair is breaking or growing to a certain length? The whole certain length thing, it depends on what you're doing to your hair. A lot of times, if your hair stops at a certain length and you feel like your hair can grow longer, it's probably because of mishandling or too much heat. Those are the things I find that really cause a lot of like stunted growth per se. But it's not stunted growth because our hair grows all the time. It's stunted. And I'm going to get you guys to start saying this too. The more you follow me, I'm going to get you to start saying length retention, because our hair grows all the time. Our hair grows when we sleep. It grows as we grow old. They even say it grows when we die. So it's not about growth. It's about length retention. And that's where our problems are, not at the growth. Because back when we used to have our relaxers on, every 6 weeks you had to get that relaxer. And why? Because you had that new growth come in. So it's not about your hair growing, because everybody's hair grows. And generally, most people, I don't care what ratio you are, about a half an inch a month. So it's about length retention. So let's just start retraining our brains to think about that. Length retention. That's what we're focusing on, not growth per se. Okay. And everything that I recommend is for problem hair. All of the shampoos and conditioners I recommend are for problem hair, because I don't know if you guys know it, because some of you guys are probably newer to what I do, but I revitalize hair. I help women with damaged, broken hair grow their hair to longer lengths. Okay, you're welcome, Alyssa. What do you think about Nature Valley hair, skin, and nail supplements, and also Apogee nutritional hair growth supplement? I've never used either one of those, so I can't testify to that. But if you're taking any type of supplement to help you along, that's great. But my favorite supplement as far as hair growth is concerned, and I'm going to say it again, is Hair Burst. Let me see if it'll let me type it in. My keyboard, I don't know what's going on with my keyboard, but I can't type anything. I can't type anything. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Some shampoo really damages my hair, so I will try recommendation. Thank you. You're welcome. Jewel, how often should you wash your hair for natural? It depends on how you're wearing your hair. Are you a straight natural, or are you a natural style natural? If you're a natural style natural, it depends on what styles you're wearing. Sometimes I would wear my natural styles and I would put my hair up in a bun, and leave it there as my protective style for 2 weeks. So I would be shampooing my hair every 2 weeks. But I've met people who shampooed it once a week. It really just depends on you, what your needs are. If you have dry, itchy scalp, you probably want to do it more often, once a week. So you kind of have to find what works best for you, what works best for you and your schedule. Okay. Feifei, hair lotions beneficial to the hair. Are you talking about moisturizers? Anything from the Camille Rose line is fantastic. I love Camille Rose. Okay. But there's other stuff out there, y'all. There's other stuff out there. Mary, okay, thank you very much, because I couldn't understand that when they told me that. Okay, yeah. And people, they will give you misinformation, and I might not agree with what everybody says, and everybody might not agree with what I says, but you really have to find the person who is doing what you think is right for your hair. Like, if you guys like my body of work, that's probably the reason why you're here. Okay, Laura, permanent for my gray hair or something that lasts for a couple of weeks. Okay, I say stick with rinses, because they're non-damaging to the hair if you use the correct one. for gray coverage. And one of my favorite ones is Redken, the Redken Shades EQ, and it covers gray like nobody's business. Like nobody's business. Okay, Alyssa, I wash my hair every other day because it takes out your natural oils, but I take a shower every day. Okay, Alyssa, what's your hair type? Heaven sent, what's the best product to regrow edges? Back when I was helping people really regrow their edges, we were using the ORS fertilizing temple balm. That was one product that I know that worked for some people, but not necessarily for everybody. And I wish I could type it in, but my keyboard's not letting me type. It's just sitting there. But yeah, Alyssa, are you doing co-washes or are you using shampoo every day? London Ray, I want to do protective styles, but it can be very pricey. Yes, it can be. It can be. Shantea, where can you buy it from? I wash mine once a month. What are you asking? Where can you buy what from? Kesley Peterson, do you hear about the Coca-Cola rinsing your hair? I've never heard about that. I may have faintly heard about that, but I probably just kind of passed it off. But I can see people using Coca-Cola as a clarifier, but I wouldn't use it in my hair. Shantea Davis, I have no flakes in my scalp, but I have no flakes in my scalp. Shantea, can you put that in one whole question for me so I can, because I got so much coming in here. Can you put in one whole question for me? Oh, you're welcome, Laura. Carol, it's ORS in a green 1-inch jar at Walmart. If it's the Temple Balm, yeah. And then we mix it with, was it castor oil? Yeah. And just put it on twice a day. Renee, what's your opinion on clay mask? Bentonite, or I can't pronounce whatever that is, but I have used the bentonite clay mask and they're great clarifiers, but I wouldn't recommend doing that on a regular basis because it can be very, very drying. So it's okay to do it sometimes, but I think a lot of times we just put too much stuff into our regimens. It really needs to be kept simple. I cannot stress simplicity enough. And I think a lot of times we put a lot of things in because we see information here, we see information there, we see information everywhere. We're like, oh, I'll use that, oh, I'll use that, trying to find a solution. And a lot of times the solution is simplifying. Shampoo, decondition, moisturize, and seal. Okay. Is henna treatment effective? Would you recommend it? I'm not a fan of henna because it's not compatible with too much stuff. It's not compatible with a lot of stuff. Usually if you're using henna, then you have to be careful what else you put on your hair, else it will break. Alyssa, straight natural, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert at. Okay, that's fine. So, you're probably, if you're a straight natural, then you're shampooing your hair every day and flat ironing, Alyssa. Is that what's going on? Yes, Jules says, yes, many YouTubers don't highlight this. Length retention is the problem, not whether hair grows or not. Yes. I'm not sure what it looks like anymore. No, you know what, Carol? The fertilizing temple balm, it comes in a package. It comes in a square package, but the actual jar is, I believe it's red and yellow. So, but it's a small jar. So Alyssa, you shampoo and condition every couple of days. You probably want to take the shampooing part out and just do the conditioner if you're doing it that often, and do conditioner washes, because shampoo, if you're not careful with it, it can, with natural hair, it can be a little bit too much. So just do conditioner washes, and if you still want to shampoo your hair, just shampoo once a week. Natalie, I'm having issues with moisturizing my low porosity hair. I always get too much buildup and it weighs my hair down. Any product recommendations or techniques? I have a technique for you, Natalie. Hold up a second. I have a technique for you. The baking soda rinse. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever used that before, but people with low porosity hair, low porosity hair can be really good because once you get the moisture in, it stays in. But getting the moisture in is so hard, and it makes it seem like your hair is dry all the time. And so what you have to do is you have to find ways to lift those cuticles open so you can get moisture into the hair, and that can be tough. And so I have devised a way to be able to lift those cuticles up so you can get the moisture in, and it's called the baking soda rinse. And what you do is you take some baking soda, like a tablespoon of baking soda, a couple of ounces of water, a couple of ounces of shampoo, shake it up, put it on your hair, sit up underneath the hooded dryer for about 15 minutes with a cap on, and rinse that out your hair really good. And then afterwards, you deep condition your hair with your favorite conditioner under, like, slathered on, get it in there real good, and then put a plastic cap on and sit under the dryer for about 15 more minutes. And then you'll find that your hair is going to be a lot less tangled. You'll find that your hair is going to be a lot softer, and it's going to be moisturized. And make sure too that when you're rinsing your hair, to rinse with warmer water. And you've got to rinse longer if you have low porosity hair. You've got to like rinse, like super rinse for long periods of time, and get the water as warm as you can. And that helps kind of your hair receive whatever moisture you're trying to get in, because low porosity hair is so like the cuticles are so like tight. So just be mindful of that. The product you was talking about for the hair, Shantea. Ooh, because y'all got so many questions going on. Let me see if I go back and see what you're saying. Are you talking about the scalp treatment, Shantea? Can you ask the question again, please? Regina, I have been noticing that I have just one or two strings out of my whole head of hair that will grow extremely long. Why is that? I don't know. I cannot tell you why, because I don't know much about your hair regimen. The only thing I can think is that maybe the rest of the hair is breaking at a faster rate than that hair is breaking. That's the only thing I can think of. Madison, is it true that moisture is the key to growth? Absolutely. And a lot of people that know me, they know that moisture is my middle name, and I'll always talk about moisture, because if you're not moisturizing your hair properly, then it's going to be a lot harder for you to get there. Your hair is just going to be dry, brittle, and break all the time. Moisture is the key. Keeping your moisture game on point is what's going to help get you to where you need to go. And that goes for all races, because you notice that a lot of people are starting, regardless of what race they are, they're starting to use more oils and things on their hair. And that's what it is, because it really helps. Especially on the ends. Make sure you get those ends moisturized. If you leave those off, then with the ends being the oldest part of the hair, they tend to get dry more, so they've got to stay moisturized. Okay. O and A, getting a weave in order to grow my hair. What things should I do to make sure my hair grows? Make sure you treat your hair underneath the weave with Kid Glove as well. First of all, shampooing and deep conditioning on a regular basis. I would say at least once every 2 weeks. Making sure that you moisturize your hair with the liquid cream oil method or some method like that at least 2 to 3 times a week. The braids underneath, that is. And making sure that when you take down your weave, that it's done properly, and that you take your time and you treat your hair with Kid Glove and take down properly and detangle properly. And make sure that you're deep conditioning your hair with some type of protein conditioner after every takedown. Jewel Thompson, I've seen so many videos titled, "Why Your Hair Isn't Growing," when that isn't the problem. Absolutely. It's not, our hair grows, as I said before, it's about length retention. And that's what I'm here to teach you guys. I want you to, in a sense, retrain your mind on how you think about your hair growing. I want you to retrain your mind and start thinking about length retention, because like your hair grows out of your scalp constantly. We get a ½ inch on average a month. But the hair on the ends, as it gets old, like, well, this is a weave, y'all, but I'm just going to use that as an example. My hair is about the same length as weave. But say, for instance, this is like 2.5 year ends here. And they're all dry and brittle and damaged and stuff because they're not being taken care of. So they're going to break, and they're going to continue to break. They're going to continue to break. But with length retention, we want our growth, our cycle to be grow, 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 and minimize breakage. But most people, the cycle is grow, break, 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 break. So we want to reverse the cycle into grow, 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 and minimize breakage. So these 2.5-year-old ends can get down to be 4-year-old ends if we keep them moist. They've got to be kept moist, and they've got to be kept up and out of the way. But because I'm wearing a weave, I'm not really worried about protective styles because my hair is protected underneath. Okay. You're welcome, Renee. Ooh, oh Lord. Let's see. Oh, all right. You're welcome, Faye. Derica, I've been trying to grow my hair. It's thick and curly and it's often dry in the middle. Meaning the crown, a lot of times it's probably dry because you're treating your entire your entire head of hair the same. What you probably need to do is because it's probably a different texture, it's probably a little bit more coarse there. What you probably need to do is separate that and treat it as a separate entity and probably moisturize it a little bit more than what you're doing the rest of the hair. But a lot of people don't realize that, and they wonder why that particular part of the hair is breaking. It could be your edges, it could be your crown, it could be your nape, it could be anywhere in your head. If it's a different texture, a lot of times it tends to not seem as if it's gaining the length like the rest of the hair. But a lot of times it's growing just as quickly, but you're not retaining the length because it's a different texture. You're trying to treat it as if it's like the rest of your hair. So you have to kind of treat it as if it's a different head of hair wherever you're breaking at. Okay. Shantea, I don't get flakes from using Sulfur 8 on my scalp, but I wash my hair once a month. So is that okay with my routine? Ooh, once a month. If your hair is doing okay with once a month, then hey, more power to you. But I really feel like you need to shampoo more than once a month, at least twice a month. Yeah, just for scalp health and hair health overall, because you want to get some moisture into your hair. And a month is a long time to go. How long do you take hair bursts? I took hair bursts probably about a year, and I got great results from it. I got fantastic results from it. One thing I can say about hair bursts is that, and this is how you know it's working, because like I wear acrylic nails, but every time I would take my acrylic nails off, my nails underneath would be thick. And I don't have thick nails. That's why I wear acrylics. My nails are very thin underneath, but when I would take the hair bursts on a regular basis, they tend to be like really hard. So, and another thing too, hair burst grows your eyebrows, it grows your eyelashes, it grows, well, if you don't have hair on your face, that's not going to grow. But if you do have hair on your face, be mindful what it is going to grow. Underarm hair, leg hair, every hair on your body, hair burst grows it. Okay. Derica, yes, late nights is when I'm surfing the web. Most people are. Okay. Alyssa, my hair is naturally straight and I don't use heat on it. I do, however, shampoo and conditioner every other day. Well, it might be the shampoo that you're using. Suave is just a basic brand. I would say that if you're going to continue to shampoo your hair as often as you do, step up your game and maybe get some higher end products. Suave, I really don't think it's rich enough for hair. I think you should switch, in my opinion. You know, like if you're going to the drugstore to get your products, you know, instead of spending the dollar on Suave, maybe you should spend like the $5 on Pantene. Do you know what I'm saying? Get some products that are specifically whatever your hair issue is. If you need moisture, get that. If you need volume, get that. You know, if your hair is damaged, get products for that. But you probably need to up your game on the Suave. And in the past, I used to use Pantene with no problems, but because I'm a professional hairstylist, I use professional products, and that's what I use on my hair and on my daughter's hair. Okay. I'm scrolling down because I have a lot of questions here. Hi, Brandon. Good to see you on again. Derica, my goal length is to waist. Awesome. I love to hear that. Okay. Oh gosh. Kesley, is there a way I can send you pictures of my scalp and hair personal? By all means. And let's see if I can type it in again. My computer's not letting me type. But if you can scroll through the comments, I did put my email in there. It's contactsimplytamika@gmail.com. And you can also go on my About Me page and find my email as well. I can't type it in, but you can send me pictures. Now, as I stated before, if you send me anything, do not expect me to respond to you quickly, because I have work going on. I have YouTube going on. I have a lot of things going on, so I can just get to it when I can. Okay, another thing too, if you guys are on here and you have not subscribed to this channel, please go on ahead and subscribe to this channel. And also, whenever I post these videos, please share them so we can get this information out to as many people as possible. Okay. Love Bright, is it true that Mega Growth Deep Condition products help you grow your hair? I don't know. I've never used it before, so I can't attest to that. Okay. And you guys will find that I will be as honest with you guys as possible. If I don't know something, I'm just going to tell you. Okay, Tootie, hello. How often should you do the overnight growth method? I would say no more than once or twice a month because you don't want to go into protein overload and then everything backfire. But yeah, Love Bright. Also, is there a home remedy to moisturize your hair without spending any money? Oh dear. If you have products at home already, you could always mix like water and conditioner together and maybe with some oils in it if you have those type of things at home. Like you could probably, I wouldn't recommend coconut oil because it's going to solidify if you get it wet. But if you have like grapeseed oil or jojoba oil or argan oil, and some people even like olive oil. I'm not a fan of olive oil for moisturizing, but if you want to just mix that type of stuff and put it on your hair, you might be able to use that. Any tips or advice for women with low iron and thinning hair? Well, low iron will make your hair thin. So you definitely need to make sure that you're getting your iron supplements. One of my favorite iron supplements, and the turnaround is very quick with this one as well because I've had this issue in the past, my hair coming out because my iron levels weren't right. But the Andrew Lessman iron supplements, and you find those on QVC, are amazing if your iron levels are low. And you don't, the things that iron normally do to you, those don't. And I believe it's because they're very pure. So the Andrew Lessman iron supplements are really, really good. So if your hair is thinning because of the iron, just make sure that you're eating, your proteins that have the iron in it. I guess that would be like your red meats that would have the iron in it, and your spinach and your beets and all the vegetables and stuff that have irons, and just take your supplements because that's going to really, really help. Yeah, because if your iron is low, your hair is going to thin. That's just point blank period. So get your iron levels up and then just see how everything goes. Yeah. And if you need to, get a prescription from your doctor because I think they give those prescriptions out too. But the Andrew Lessman ones are really, really good. Okay, Regina, do you use oils in your hair? And if you do, which ones? Yes, I am an oil lover. I love oils. Okay, my favorite ones, first of all, grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil because not only does it moisturize well, and they say oils don't moisturize, but I beg to differ, but it also cleanses, especially when you're taking out protective styles and gets off dirt and buildup and stuff. So they're fantastic. Grapeseed oil is fantastic for that. I love it. Coconut oil, I love it because whenever I'm in protective styles, if I take my protective style down after I've used coconut oil on a regular basis, it's easy peasy. My comb glides through it and only takes like 20 minutes to comb through those braids. How you doing? I love coconut oil. Other oils I have dealt with are argan oil. What is that one by Paul Mitchell I like to use? I can't even think of it because I don't use it that much. But it's too expensive. I'm not going to mention that one. But argan oil and jojoba oil are another good one. I've also used avocado oil and apricot kernel oil. Those are really good. Okay, where can you get hair bursts from? You can get it from hairburst.com. Let me see if I can get on here and type it in. Let me see. Oh no. I'm gonna see if I can pull the live stream up here and type it in. On my phone. Here we go. Hairburst.com, and they have sales constantly, like really good sales constantly. Those are really good vitamins. The only thing is those vitamins are from the UK, so it takes a little bit longer to get them. But the UK, they do regulate their supplements, and so I think that's why those tend to be more pure because you'll notice a difference in everything once you start using them. Okay. Jewel, I've noticed that my hair gets thinner from sew-ins. It's the reasons I don't do them anymore. Why do you think this happens? I wish I could get sew-ins. Well, I do use sew-ins to help my clients grow their hair. It could be a variety of reasons. It could be something on your end where if you're in the sew-in, you don't shampoo and decondition your hair on a regular basis. You're not moisturizing your hair underneath the sew-in every 2 to 3 days. It could be maybe the style is braided too tight or over threaded the sew-in, or it could be you left it in too long. It could be a whole bunch of factors, but sew-ins don't take your hair out. It's all about how you treat them, because that's my main thing that I use to help clients grow their hair is sew-ins, and their hair is thick and lush. And usually after the first sew-in or two, we notice the thickness coming in. Alyssa, okay, thank you so much. I have to go now. It's 2 in the morning. Okay, well, bye, Alyssa. Thank you for coming on. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm missing some stuff, y'all. Just bear with me. Bear with me, y'all. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Alyssa and Jewel. Thank you. Alyssa, tell before you go, where are you from? Are you from like Australia? Because I know in Australia the prices of everything is way more expensive. Okay, Regina, that's my issue. Grow, break, break, break. Yes, I think a lot of people have those issues. I think a lot of people do. Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll down a little bit because I got too much going on. Okay. Thanks, Brandon. Glad to see you again too. It's always good to see repeats on all of you guys. Thanks for your support and your love. I really appreciate it. I share them on here, at least the site. Okay. Shantea, what is the overnight method? Can you tell me about that and biotin supplement too? Okay. All right, so the overnight method, and this method is so controversial because people's like, it don't work. It don't work. I have been accused of so many things in that video. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys, any of you guys have seen the video that I made, Grow Your Hair Overnight. I did it because I wanted to test out the method. And of course, I did it on my daughter's hair because my daughter, she has been my guinea pig her entire life. She gets it. But I'm a professional hairstylist. I know what I'm doing. Yes, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I do have a video on O&A. I do have a video on deep conditioning and shampooing and stuff. So you want to go take a look at that too. But I'll go over it again. But the Grow Your Hair Overnight video, a lot of people are skeptical. But what I did is I took a tape measure out. That way people wouldn't be as skeptical. But you basically just you mix up some eggs and olive oil and you put it on your hair and then you kind of like put it on there and you put a plastic cap on and let it sit for 45 minutes. And then you rinse it off, you shampoo, you condition, and then you rinse off the shampoo and conditioner, and then you get not olive oil, you get coconut oil, you melt it, put it all over the hair, massage it in for like 4 minutes or more. I think I did. Did I do 10 minutes? It was 10 minutes. And then you put a plastic cap on, let that sit overnight. In the morning time, you shampoo it out, you deep condition, and you style your hair as usual, and then you measure your hair. And some people have said they've gotten 2 inches. We only got a half an inch. Yeah. So, but that was good. That was good. But it does work. Some people it works for, some people it doesn't. I don't know if it has anything to do with your particular genetics or does it have anything to do with whether or not you did the method right. But we got results. And that's why I want to do it again. Okay, so deep conditioning in a sew-in is basically the same as when you deep condition your regular hair. But I would suggest diluting the shampoo, not the shampoo, diluting the conditioner a little bit so it can get in between the braids, and then putting a plastic cap on, sitting under the dryer for 15 minutes, and then rinse really well. Yeah, it's the same process. It's just that you have braids in your hair, but you have to make sure that afterwards that the braids dry completely, so you won't get that mildew thing going on. And that's another thing too. Like whenever you're in protective styles, make sure the braids underneath dry completely so you won't get the mildew. Yes, I seen that, but what did you do? I don't understand your question, Shantea. And what do you want me to say again? Because I'm talking so fast, I don't remember everything I'm saying. I have about 10 more minutes to be on, guys. I have to go to bed. So, guys, when you type out a response, if you need me to answer something, can you retype the question? Because I can't see all the old questions, and I'm answering a whole bunch of different stuff all at the same time. But I'm looking at Shantae's question. She says, can you tell me about the biotin supplement too? Biotin supplement is great, and I actually used that in the past to get some super fast hair growth. But it's water soluble, so you have to make sure you take it a couple of times a day. Like I would take mine in the morning and the evening. Like if I wanted to do 10 milligrams a day, I would take 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. Because as you drink water and go to the bathroom and stuff, it goes through, it streams out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the email. It's contact simply Tamika@gmail.com. And if you don't remember that, you can always go to the About Me page and the email is on there. Shantae, you don't leave the eggs in overnight. You shampoo that out. You leave the eggs on for 45 minutes. And then you shampoo and you shampoo it out and then you condition your hair. Then you do the coconut oil, and then you massage coconut oil in for about 10 minutes, put the cap on your hair, and then you let that sit overnight. Natalie, what regimen would you recommend me to do on a newborn's hair? I have been using olive oil to moisturize her hair so far, and that's just fine. Just keep it simple for now. You don't want to do too much on the newborn, so just the olive oil is just fine for now. And just you can do little baby scalp massages if you want to. Yeah. Is it true biotin can only be effective if taken orally? That's the only way I've ever taken it. Do they have things in like products in there that have biotin? I feel like I feel like the best way to take it is oral. The best way to use it is orally too. So I've never used it any other way, so I don't know. I don't have any experience with that. Wish you can recommend a New York hairdresser. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna start wrapping up these questions. Do anybody else have any questions for me? If I have not answered your question, and you still need it answered, you can. This video will be up after this live broadcast. So you can put the questions below, in the comment section, so I can answer it. I'd be more than happy to. And if I don't answer you guys' questions, I'm going to continue to be on here on a regular basis, so I can answer your questions. And I'm going to be doing like FAQ videos and stuff, because some of the questions I wanted to read tonight, I couldn't because you guys have so many questions. I've never tried the rice water method, but it seems interesting. I'm all about, methods, as long as your hair doesn't fall out from doing it. I like that. The inversion method is one of my favorite ones. Simo, hi Tamika, what are your thoughts on MSM supplements for hair? Can you recommend moisturizers for sew and weave? Thank you. Oh, I love MSM. I like MSM because you get a little bit faster growth, and it also kind of softens the new growth up a little bit. And a lot of times it'll loosen it too if you take it on a regular basis. So MSM is great. It's really, really good. And it's good for the joints too. Moisturizers for sew-ins. I'll say it again, Camille Rose products. I love them. Let me see if I can type that in. Camille Rose products are great. Any of the moisturizing butters or anything like that. Heaven sent, thank you. Oh, and I love your little hearts. Thank you so much. Okay. Shantea, good night to you as well, darling. Thank you. Jewel, I took the sewing out after 1 week because it was too itchy, but that very week my hair was extremely thin out. I was shocked. Really wish your salon was in my state. It was probably over threading if that was the case. Was there a lot of thread in your takedown? Because a lot of stylists will over thread a sew-in like crazy. And that is definitely a culprit, especially if you had breakage where you had long strands and your breakage was interior in the strands. Oh, you're welcome, Tootie. Tootie, I'm sorry. I keep calling you Tootsie. I'm sorry. It's Tootie. If your breakage is like interior breakage, then it's probably over threading. Like if you see a lot of little jagged pieces, it's probably over threading. Regina, thank you for all the info. Very helpful. Please keep Houston in your prayers. I surely will, darling. God bless you. God bless you. Jewel, we understand. Get some sleep. Thank you for all the advice. It's deeply appreciated. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Yes. London Ray, is there moisturizer that will not cause straightened hair to revert? Or how do you keep the Camille Rose from reverting? Okay, if you're wearing your hair straight, then you don't need to use any of that stuff. You need to just go with straight oils. Whenever I'm wearing my hair straight, which I am as of now, I like to use coconut oil on my hair or either grapeseed oil. Those are my two tops that I like to use on my hair. Yeah. And those do just fine for moisturizing. And you have to do it every day though. Just a little bit. Get a little bit on, and get it on your hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if your hair is straight, and just make sure that you're wrapping your hair up, tying your hair up at night too. Oh, you're very welcome, TP. Good night. Oh, and she used a net. Yeah, I generally don't use nets with my sew-ins. I feel like they do too much damage. Usually the only time I use a net is when I have a client who has severe breakage and damage and we need some support, but I only use it in certain areas. I don't use it all over the entire head. Farron, hi. Have you tried the new Paul Mitchell Sugar Shampoo? Yes, I did, girl. I loved it, and it smells so good. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And it did not feel stripped. I loved it. Yes. What type of thread should hairstylists use for sew-ins? It's really about personal preference. I know a lot of hairstylists tend to use the nylon threads, which is not my favorite. I find that one tends to break the hair. So I like to use, well, I use like the it's not cotton thread, but it simulates cotton. I use that thread. And that way when you moisturize, like the thread gets moisturized too. You're welcome, London Ray. And I buy mine from Sally Beauty. Farron, yay. You know I'm going to go get it now. Oh, it's awesome. Tootie, I'm sorry, I forgot. One more question. How do you keep your ends moisturized under crochet? I took mine down today and nothing was dry but the ends. You're going to have to hit those ends. If the ends are hanging down on your crochet braids, you can quite possibly spray like some braid spray on there, or either get some oils and stuff into an atomizer or a spray bottle and spray the ends of it, and that should solve the problem. But I think you're probably going to have to do that every day just to be on the safe side to make sure they don't stay dry. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, so we're getting ready to wrap this up. And you guys have been so fun. Faye, can a leave-in conditioner be used as a deep conditioner? I wouldn't say so because it's too light. It's too light of a conditioner. You need something a little bit heavier. It's called simulated cotton. Well, that's why I call it, because it's really nylon thread, but it looks like cotton. But the nylon thread I'm talking about it's kind of more like wiry. It's more wiry thread, but the one I use is more like cottony thread. Do you love it more than Joico shampoo? No, because it's a different use. No, it's a different use. The sugar shampoo is a different use. She sews to your braids. Well, yeah, but it's the way you do it without breaking the hair. Tootie, you're welcome. Carol, you're welcome. Derica, my comments were based from when you begin the live. My apologies. Okay, I just caught up. How expensive is hair burst products and how quickly do they show results? Also, does prenatal gummies work well? Prenatal vitamins are always good, but I think the hair bursts, because they put in there exactly what our hair needs, those would be the ones that you need to go with. The hair bursts, they'll run you about $35 a bottle, but they do hold specials a lot. They just had a sale for like 30% off, and a lot of times I'll buy mine when they have a sale for buy one get one free. Yeah. But if all you have is a prenatal, then just use those. And as far as whenever you start seeing results, I would say within a month. Deshaun, thank you and have a blessed night. Same to you, sweetie. Thank you. Farron, a sugar shampoo is a clarifier. Yes, it is. And I would still, even though I love it, I would still follow it up with a moisturizing shampoo. Anytime I clarify anybody's hair, including my own, I always follow up with a moisturizing shampoo just to be on the safe side. I tend to take a lot of precautions to make sure that the hair stays, moisturized and intact, because we don't want to have any setbacks. We don't want setbacks in the salon. We want all progress. Derica, how long do I keep the egg mixture in my hair, and do I shampoo after rinsing? Okay, you keep the egg mixture in your hair for 45 minutes. You put a plastic cap on and go watch your favorite TV show for 45 minutes. And then you shampoo the egg mixture out, and then you condition your hair. You don't have to deep condition at this point. You condition your hair, and you rinse the conditioner out, and then you proceed to do the coconut oil. Massage the coconut oil and put the cap on, and then leave that on 8, 10, 12 hours, however long you want to leave it on. And then the next morning, you shampoo that out as you would do your normal shampoo routine. So I would do 2 shampoos on that, and then I would do my regular deep conditioning, and then you can style as usual. Yeah, but make sure when you shampoo out the eggs that you do it with cool water, because if not, the eggs will fry on your hair and it'll be hard to get out. O and A, thank you. I will definitely email you. I need to know all the tea on sew-ins so I can do my homework on which styles to go to. And I probably need to do a video just on sew-ins because it's a good protective style, but if it's not done properly, then it can really, really, really harm your hair. But if it is done properly, it can be so beneficial. Sew-ins can be so beneficial if they're done properly. Okay, Kesley, thanks for all your help and advice. You are truly godsend and so patient. You're very welcome. Tootie, just sent the PM. Just use a PM lemon and sage scalp treatment for the first time today. It really felt good. It's supposed to be a thickener, but you have to keep using it. Yeah. But thickeners, they thicken temporarily, unfortunately. It's not a long-term thing. It's just a temporary thing because they kind of bind, you know, thickeners to your hair. But as soon as you wash it again, it goes away. Jewel, good night, Tamika. Thank you again. I will definitely keep tuning in and share this. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm getting ready to sign off, guys. And if you haven't already subscribed, go on ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can join the notification squad because I'm going to start shouting out people in these videos because you guys are so supportive and I want to let you know how much I love you. And, yeah, all that stuff. Oh, and we started a new YouTube channel as well. It's called The Slime Fam 3. We need some support over there, y'all. It's like crickets chirping right now. We need some support. It's called The Slime Fam 3. Go subscribe. Let me type it in so you guys can see it. Yeah, we need some love and support over there, y'all. I started this with the kids because we want to have some fun on YouTube too. Please subscribe. Let me put that in there. Okay. Oh, yes. Please do a video on sew-ins. Getting my second sew-in in life in 2 weeks. Okay. I wish you well, darling. Tarsha Newsom. Hello, Miss Tamika. What can I do with flyaways? You know what? For flyaways, I like the Verb Ghost Oil. It's really good. It really is really good. Good night. Good night. Good night. And I'll type in that Verb Ghost Oil. Brandon, good night. Love, I love all this advice. My daughter loves your videos too. Awesome. Thank you guys so very much. Okay. I love you guys. And I will talk to you in the next video. I'll probably be on again one more time live this week. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Oh, and I missed comments. Before I sign off, I got to read these comments. London Ray says, building my regimen, aka an excuse to go to Ulta. Also, I share your tips with my mama, and her hair is healthier than mine now. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you. I hope you have a good night. And prayers and blessings to everybody. Good night, y'all.